$600 for a Honda push mower with a Japanese-built engine, a plastic deck, and a brand reputation that has not been earned at a factory since September 2023. That is when Honda ended all gas push mower production at its North Carolina plant, after 39 years and $380 million invested on American soil. The machine still sells. The name still moves units. The factory is now building ATVs. The FTC has a definition for Made in USA. All or virtually all significant parts and processing must be of American origin. Not assembled here, not headquartered here, built here. That standard eliminates almost every major push mower brand on the market today. 3 brands still clear it. Most buyers have heard of one, maybe none. And one of them is sitting at Tractor Supply right now while the person next to it collects dust because the name does not sound serious enough. Honda's Swepsonville plant opened in 1984 as the 3rd Honda manufacturing facility in America. Over the next 39 years, it produced more than 700 million power equipment products. The company invested $380 million into that single facility. It was, by any honest measure, a genuine American manufacturing operation. Then in March 2020, production stopped. COVID-related parts shortages, Honda said. Temporary. Then in July 2023 came the announcement that had nothing temporary about it. Lawnmower production at Swepsonville would end by September 30th. The facility would convert to ATV manufacturing. The official reasons were stricter environmental regulations and shifting consumer preferences. The HRX 217, the machine that set the standard for residential push mowers for 2 decades, would no longer be built in North Carolina. It would still be sold there, just not built there. The brand did not change. The reputation did not change. The price did not change. The factory did. Husqvarna ran a parallel story. The McRae, Georgia plant was Husqvarna's dedicated American push mower operation, employing roughly 1,000 workers at peak production. In 2019, the company announced it was closing that facility entirely. Push mowers were a low-margin category, Husqvarna said, not worth the cost of domestic production. 1,000 jobs. Gone. The Orangeburg, South Carolina facility told the second half of that story. A 1.9 million square foot plant, historically more than 2,000 workers, the largest mower manufacturing footprint in the country. In early 2025, Husqvarna transferred that operation to FlexLimited, a Singapore-based outsourcing firm. The assembly line kept running. The American ownership of it did not. 2 of the 3 most recognized names in the push mower aisle, both gone from domestic walk-behind manufacturing. Neither of them will tell you that at the point of sale. This is why the FTC definition matters. It is not a patriotic preference. It is a federal standard. Assembly in America using imported components does not qualify. 3 brands still qualify. And the first one has been doing it longer than Honda has been selling mowers in this country. There is a factory in Bell Gardens, California, that has been building push mowers continuously since 1956. Not assembled since 1956. Built since 1956. Every reel mower and edger that leaves that facility starts as raw metal and finishes as a completed machine under the same roof, in the same city, by the same workforce that has been doing it for generations. McLean Manufacturing is the longest-running American push mower manufacturer still in operation. Most people buying a mower this weekend have never heard the name. McLean started as the McLean Tool and Die Company in Compton, California, founded in the middle of the post-war suburban boom when every returning veteran was buying a house with a yard that needed cutting. The company built its reputation on precision from the beginning. In 1957, a dual-purpose edger trimmer design was filed for patent, granted on October 20, 1959. That design allowed a single machine to convert between edging and trimming without needing 2 separate pieces of equipment. That same architecture is still the foundation of every professional-grade McLean edger sold today. A 67-year-old patent still earning its place on a product line. McLane claims to have sold more walk-behind reel mowers online than any other company in the world. Some of the people building those mowers have worked at the Bell Gardens facility for more than 40 years. In an industry that has offshored virtually everything it could, that kind of tenure does not happen by accident. It happens when the people running the operation have decided that the product and the place matter more than the margin. The mower itself is not for every yard. A precision reel mower cuts warm season grasses like Bermuda, Zoysia, and St. Augustine with a scissor action that no rotary blade can replicate. Less than 1% of McLane owners need to replace the cutting reel or bed knife in any given year, due to a proprietary steel hardening process the company says no other manufacturer uses. McLane does not have a Home Depot end cap. It sells directly from California. The buyer who finds it is usually done looking. McLane has been building since 1946. Ferris arrived in 1986 and within 12 months had changed what a walk-behind mower was capable of doing. That is not a marketing claim. It is a patent record. Ferris grew out of upstate New York's agricultural equipment industry. The hydrostatic transmission technology that would define its mowers did not come from the lawn care world. It came from milking machine engineering, familiar technology, adapted for a category that had never seen it applied this way. In 1987, Ferris patented and launched the world's first hydrostatic drive walk-behind lawnmower. Every commercial walk-behind built before that machine used a belt drive system. Ferris replaced it with a hydrostatic transmission that gave the operator infinitely variable ground speed and eliminated the mechanical limitations that belt drive systems imposed. The industry took notice immediately. Ferris won the Innovation Award at Expo 1989. Commercial landscapers who had run belt drive machines their entire careers switched. Then in 1998, Ferris needed more space. After a 2-year search for a facility that would allow the company to grow, Ferris purchased the old Stockbridge Valley Central School building in Munnsville, New York for $1. $1. The company could have relocated for cheaper real estate somewhere else. It chose to stay in its community, invest in a building its town no longer needed, and keep its workforce where it had always been. That decision is not a footnote. It is a statement about how the company operates. Ferris later doubled its manufacturing capacity by expanding to a second New York State facility in Sherrill. Both operations remain domestic. Today, Ferris operates under Briggs & Stratton's commercial division and holds 16 patents related to its suspension system alone, technology originally modeled on automotive race car engineering. The walk-behind line is dealer-only, commercial grade, and priced to reflect what it is. The buyer here is not a weekend homeowner. It is a professional landscaper or a serious property owner who understands that suspension on a walk-behind is not a comfort feature. It is an 8-hour workday. Nearly 4 decades in New York. The company never left. Unlike the first 2 brands on this list, you can walk into a Tractor Supply or Rural King today and find this one. It is on the floor right now, sitting next to Husqvarna and John Deere, carrying more steel for the money than either of them. And most buyers walk straight past it because the name does not signal serious equipment. The name is the entire problem. The machine is not the problem. Bad Boy Mowers was founded in Batesville, Arkansas in 2002. That same year, its first mower won Product of the Year at the Lawn and Garden Expo. Bad Boy was the first brand to take zero-turn technology, which until then had been priced and marketed exclusively for commercial crews, and bring it directly to the homeowner. That was not a minor product decision. It restructured how an entire category thought about its customer. The walk-behind lines are the Renegade, the Revolt, and the Rebel. All 3 are built at the single Batesville campus using American steel. Full-length welded steel frames, heavy-gauge fabricated decks, Kawasaki or Kohler engine options, depending on configuration. That is the same construction specification. Commercial crews write into their purchasing requirements, available to a homeowner at a price point that does not require a financing conversation. The campus is currently expanding. 300 new jobs being added while most competitors are moving production in the opposite direction. Fabrication and final assembly remain in Arkansas as of 2026. Some components are globally sourced, the same reality that applies to virtually every mower on this list, but the machine is built in Batesville, and that has not changed since the first one rolled out of the factory. Bad Boy has never run a Super Bowl ad. It has never paid for a prominent retail end cap. It has grown entirely on product and on word of mouth from buyers who stopped replacing the same machine every 4 years. The buyer here knows what they need. Half an acre or more, a real warranty, dealer support, and American steel at a price that does not have a green or orange paint premium built into it. Honda gone. Husqvarna out. The two most trusted names in the push mower aisle both walked away from American walk-behind manufacturing while the reputation stayed on the shelf and the price stayed on the tag. 3 states, 3 factories, 3 brands that never left. California. For the buyer who wants 8 decades of real mower engineering and a machine built by the same workforce in the same city since 1946. McLean does not advertise. It does not need to. The product is the argument. New York for the operator who wants patented suspension, a hydrostatic drive system that changed the commercial walk-behind category in 1987, and a manufacturer that bought a school building for $1 rather than abandon its town. Ferris has been in New York State for nearly 4 decades and has never suggested otherwise. Arkansas for the homeowner who wants American steel, a real warranty, and a machine that does not carry a price premium for a paint color. Bad Boy has been building in Batesville since 2002, expanding while the competition is outsourcing and the walk-behind lines are on the floor at Tractor Supply right now. The mower aisle is not what it looks like. Every box has the word American somewhere in the copy. Headquarters, heritage, legacy, assembly. None of it is entirely dishonest. But there is a legal standard that cuts through the copy, and that standard says all or virtually all significant parts and processing must be of American origin. 3 brands clear it. The rest do not. The machine the viewer next to you is about to buy was probably built overseas by a brand whose story still sounds domestic. That is not an accident. It is a marketing decision, made because most buyers never ask the question. Now you have asked it. California, New York, Arkansas. McLean for precision. Ferris for performance. Bad Boy for value and availability. 3 brands, 3 states, 1 standard. And the answer was never at the Home Depot end cap.